Hey there YouTube! Before I get into the video, let me remind you, if you like my content, hit that like and subscribe button, and also if you feel the need to support me, hit me up on my Patreon at patreon.com/uncommonramen, capital U, capital R. I do all this in my free time, so any amount of support can help me bring more of this content to you more often. Okay, just like I promised in the last video, we're going to do another video with a Dargo pair, because I think that Dargo is a criminally underplayed commander in casual. You see him in CEDH a lot. I think he is a very unique and interesting commander. So today we're going to take a look at a Rakdos pairing with Dargo the Shipwrecker and Keskit the Flesh Sculptor. Alright, as we remember from last video, Dargo the Shipwrecker is 6 in a red for a 7/5 with Trample. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice any number of artifacts and or creatures. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each permanent sacrificed this way, and 2 less to cast for each other artifact or creature you've sacrificed this turn. Keskit the Flesh Sculptor is 2 and a black for a 1/3. You can tap and sacrifice 3 other artifacts and or creatures to look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Alright, let's start by taking a look at creatures. Starting with an Annex hardened in the Forge. Crime Novelist. Disciple of the Vault. Greedy Freebooter. Impulsive Pilferer. Lagomos Hand of Hatred. Loyal Apprentice. Mahadi Emporium Master. Marionette Apprentice. Mayhem Devil. Mirkwood Bats. Mog War Marshal. Mer Retriever. Ornithopter. Pitiless Plunderer. Rakdos the Muscle. Reckless Fireweaver. Shambling Ghast. Solemn Simulacrum. Thermopod. Visceraseer. Voldaren Epicure. Warren Soul Trader. Workshop Assistant. And Zulaport Cutthroat. Alright, next up is Instance. Starting with a Braid. Burnt Offering. Corrupted Conviction. Costly Plunder. Dark Ritual. Deadly Dispute. Demand Answers. Fanatical Offering. Reckoner's Bargain. Terminate. And finally, Village Rites. Next up is Sorceries. Faithless Looting. Feed the Swarm. Gleeful Demolition. Grape Shot. Infernal Plunge. Kuldotha Rebirth. Morbid Curiosity. Rouse Reinforcements. And Vandal Blast. Next up is Artifacts. Arcane Signet. Ashnod's Altar. Blood Fountain. Chromatic Star. Experimental Synthesizer. Ichor Wellspring. Mephetic Draft. Mindstone. Mycosynth Wellspring. Nihil Spellbomb. Nimblewright Schematic. Onicult Anvil. Prized Statue, Rakdos Signet, Servo Schematic, Soul Ring, and Wayfarer's Bauble. Next up is enchantments. Agent of the Iron Throne, Goblin Bombardment, Impact Tremors. Okay, next up is non-basic lands. We've got Blood Crypt, Bojuka Bog, Buried Ruin, Command Tower, Darksteel Citadel, Dragon Skull Summit, Drossforge Bridge, Evolving Wilds, Great Furnace, Kur Keep, Rakdos Carnarium, Shadowblood Ridge, Smoldering Marsh, Sulphurous Mire, Tainted Peak, Terramorphic Expanse, and Vault of Whispers. Next up is basic lands. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swamps. So that's going to be the Keskit Dargo deck tech. We're looking at basically artifact and creature sacrifice, utilizing spells that kind of do that and give you some sort of benefit, like Village Rites, Reckoner's Bargain, Costly Plunder, Deadly Dispute, things like that. Also having artifacts that have great ETB and LTB value. That way we can use cards like Keskit to get some value off of it while still getting a sacrifice trigger so that Dargo can come out for cheap. We have a ton of different ways to create tokens in here. Legomos, Annex, Pitiless Plunderer, you name it. We have tons of ways to create different types of tokens and stuff that we can sacrifice that are all artifacts and or creatures, just so we can create that kind of synergy. We're not looking at creating a huge amount of recursion in here. Really, it's just about getting things like Impact Tremors or, Reckless Fire Weaver or Goblin Bombardment out, dealing a lot of incidental damage. Also, Disciple of the Vault, Marionette Apprentice, to kind of just drain everybody at once. One card that you'll not see in here was Marionette Master. Just to comment on that before it gets thrown in the comments. Marionette Master only sees artifacts, whereas the Apprentice and quite a few of the other cards in here see both artifact or creature. At the same time, Disciple of the Vault only sees artifacts, but Disciple of the Vault also only costs 1 black, whereas Marionette Master, I believe, is 4 and 2 black or 3 and 2 black, something to that effect. So it seemed like a more narrow way of doing things with, I mean, it's a huge payoff, but it just costs more than I think the deck needed in it at the time. So yeah, Dargo the Shipwrecker and Keskit Flesh Sculptor, sacrifice synergy, get Dargo out early, use Keskit's ability to help you do that. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. Keep it positive. I will remove negative comments. And guys, until next time, peace.